Adobe Photoshop for the iPad. A brilliant piece of software, nowhere near as powerful as the full desktop version of Adobe Photoshop, of course, but I'm sure they'll get there in time. But what I'd like to show you in the following videos, because there'll be more than one, is how each one of these things works. Now there's lots of samples on here. There's files I've done already. Let me look down here a moment and we'll go to the Learn portal. Now you can see on there that there are lots of tutorials. Get started, what's different, what's new, and there's video tutorials. Now you may or may not be able to follow these video tutorials as they skip through the detail. If you're a seasoned Adobe Photoshop user, then they'll be second nature to you. But most people using Adobe Photoshop for the iPad, I suspect, will be newcomers. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, Affinity Inspiration, where I've got lots of work with the Affinity apps as well, but also Adobe Photoshop for the iPad, because I prefer to work on the iPad, and Adobe Photoshop also does a reasonable job of moving its products onto the iPad version. So if you subscribe, click the bell and you'll be reminded when new videos in this series come up, and they'll be fairly regular for the rest of this year. So keep that in mind if you're looking for tutorials or just how to do things. Pop along to the channel, tap on the bell when you subscribe and you'll be reminded when the videos pop up, and we'll have a look at what's happening. Okay, see you in the first video. So let's start with looking at what's different. Photoshop on the iPad UI tour or user interface tour. Now a quick tour of where your favourite Photoshop desktop features are on the iPad. So let's have a look at this one. Now it's creating the preview. Let's see what's different. This quick tour shows you where to find essential Photoshop features on the iPad. And you've got your screen there. Let's move this up so it's out of the way a little bit. And you can see a nice image on the display there. Let's click on Next. And there we go. Save and share. Now it's not immediately obvious where this is, but you've got share, and if you want to, it's up the top. If you want to share with somebody else, we'll move that out of the way again. You can invite people that you want to share it with, or you can link access and send that to only invited people. But we're not worried about that at the moment. So let's close that, because what you most want to do is select that item there, publish and export. Now you can publish and export to PNG, JPG, PSD or TIFF files, but we're not going to do that. I'm just showing you what's happening here. A quick export will bring up, you can save the image, and in the case of the Mac, that saves it to the photos, or you can do any of these things with it. Save to ideas, anything just about that you've got on there, and I've got lots of things. Open in Publisher, all sorts of things. You can just save the image, but I don't want to do that because we're not going right through that. Photoshop automatically saves your work as a cloud document, and you can tap here to export different formats. Let's go to the next one. Add your own images. Now you can see just there, it's automatically come up onto that. Import images from your camera roll or take a photo right in the app. We've got to move that one out of the way again. There's not much real estate on the iPad screen. You can import from Photos, Files, Libraries, Camera or Lightroom Photos. If you're a Lightroom user, there it goes. Now we don't want to use that at the moment, so let's go to the next one. Expand the Tools menu. Now you can see up there it's showing whereabouts in there that is. And that looks to me like it's that one there. You've got the lasso, you've got all of those ones there, there and there and there. Touch and hold or double tap the tool icons containing a triangle to reveal hidden tools. Tap the selector tool and tap it again. And you can see in the corner there, the little triangle they're talking about is just in the bottom right hand corner of the lasso. There's another one there, expanding the tools. There's another one there, the eraser, and so forth. There's another one, the spot healing brush. They've all got expandable tools. And you can see if you just click on that little triangle, you get a whole lot of other tools that are there. So let's just hide that for the moment. We'll go back up to the move tool, so there's no tools on the screen. Let's pull this out of the way again over there and click on Next. Selection tool options. You use these tool options to add to or subtract from any selection. Next, selection options, deselect, erase your selection and more. And you can see the tools on there. Let's go to here. Swipe to switch colours. That's this one over here, obviously. Swipe up or down to swap foreground and background colours. Very straightforward. See, and there's your arrows there that you swipe up and down. I hope you're following the little dot. It could be a better colour, but that'll do. Next, view layers in detail. There's your layers there, and you can view them in detail. Get a more detailed view of your layers here. Control layer visibilities, change their order and more. Section 9, this is where you'll find actions related to the selected layers. You can see there, I've just clicked on the little down angle there, and it gives you all of those options there. Let's go to Next. More actions. Find more actions like grouping or locking layers. Layer properties. Change opacity, select blend mode and more. You can see over here there's your hide compact layers panel. There you go. And that one there, show detailed layers panel. And there's your detail where you can hide them. Hide the elephant. Let's play. Let's play hide the elephant. And it's that easy to remove the element. Foreground rocks. Let's remove the rocks. Put them back in. Sky and mountains. There you go. All gone. Layer properties. Let's move to the next option. Compact layers view. What is the compact layers view? That's that one. Compact layers panel. And there they are. Simplified view keeps the focus on your work. A half circle icon indicates when a layer contains a mask. And lastly, gestures, shortcuts and help. Find a complete list of gestures and shortcuts along with a collection of tutorials and tours here whenever you need them. And done. Okay, that's a quick introduction to where the tools are. Left hand side. Now because this is an iPad mini I'm on, I've got to scroll that up and down, but if you're on a full-sized iPad, that you won't have to do that. That side, no, that doesn't need expanding. And that's all there is to the intro. Let's go back to the home button and it takes you back to there. So we've explored Photoshop on the iPad.